also want to thank our guest honorees, art contest winners, their families, VA representative, also the 88th FSOH Honor Guard, who are going to be up here in a little bit, from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So again, guys, thank you. I come from a military family. Whoops. Abe, did you have something to do with that? Was that you? My father fought in World War II. Actually, I wrote a couple articles. You may have seen them. Dayton City paper, and also in our newspaper that comes out. My dad never really talked about his service like so many World War II vets didn't. You know, they were called to duty. They went. They came home and raised families. It was no big deal. They did what they were supposed to do. It was a big deal to us. It wasn't to them. So hats off and a big round of applause for all the veterans and all the conflicts in our wonderful country. Thank you, sir, very much. You know, I gotta tell one quick story. Dad wrote his diaries every day when he was in the Philippines. He was a telegraph operator, Morse code, and he wrote every day in his diary, and it was just basic, you know, had rice today, had rice tomorrow, and then or the next day, and then another day would be having rice today. He never ate rice until the end of his life. Never ate rice again because he had it every day. But he talks about he was shaving outside, had his shirt off in the Philippines, and he's shaving. He's got the mirror on the tree there. You can picture that. And all of a sudden, Doug MacArthur's Jeep drives by, and Dad's standing there, and he's got shaving cream all over in his razor, and he goes, "I forgot to salute." And there goes the general. And yeah, but he was fine. Everything was fine. But I can just picture my dad with shaving cream, shirt off, and there goes the general going by, and he's worried about saluting. But anyway, so it's fabulous reading in these diaries. It's awesome. All right, so now we would like to ask. We're going to have the posting of the colors, and then followed by Destiny Donaldson and my daughter Sophie Bucher. Nepotism is alive and well, singing the national anthem. So if you would like to stand, if you can't stand, we're now going to have the posting of the colors. Thank you.
Reason. Mark. colors. Colors turn harsh.
Thank you, Honor Guard. Aren't they awesome? You guys were wonderful from Right Path. Thank you for being here. Again, Destiny Donaldson and Sophie Booger. And this is my daughter, Sophie. Oh, wait a minute. These are both my kids. Thank you guys. You did an awesome job. Okay, now I'd like to introduce David Newhart, American Veterans Heritage Center trustee and secretary. AVHC trustees who are present, please stand also. Margaret, you need to stand. I know you. Anybody else? Oh, he's already standing. John's already standing. Thank you, John, very much. Thank you, committee. You guys are awesome. David?
Thank you. I guess nepotism does work. It's a great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and volunteers at American Veterans Heritage Center, I would like to welcome you all to the 2016 Patriot Freedom Festival. This event is always one of the highlights of our year. As many of you no doubt already know, American Veterans Heritage Center is a nonprofit organization dedicated to recognizing and honoring the contributions to our country made by our veterans through the preservation of the historic campus of the Dayton VA Medical Center where we stand today. Our organization was originally formed in response to the closing due to safety concerns of the 1868 Protestant chapel, which you can see the steeple of over the horizon, just over the way from here. It's a historic building that since has been restored and returned to active use as an important part of this campus. Over the years, we've broadened what we do to encompass what we now refer to as our high mission, to preserve, inspire, and educate. That is, to preserve the buildings, the heritage, and the history of the Dayton VA campus and the legacies of our veterans. To inspire our community to support and serve our veterans, and to recognize the higher calling of public service to our community. And educate our youth and all of our community about the sacrifices made by our veterans and the vital resource, compelling history, and essential mission that is the Dayton VA Medical Center today. In 1865, only about a month before his assassination, President Lincoln, who somehow managed to be here with us today, signed the legislation creating the National Asylum for Disabled Volunteer Soldiers, a public recognition by Congress of the great debt owed by our nation to the soldiers and sailors who gave their all to preserve their country during the Civil War. 2 years later, in 1867, 150 years ago next year, the central branch of the National Asylum was established here in Dayton, where we now stand as one of the first 3 National Soldiers' Homes. Over time and in response to the needs of new generations of veterans, this system of national asylums, and asylum in the old sense of the term of a place of safety and refuge for our veterans, evolved into today's Department of Veterans Affairs. Our organization has worked hard to support the medical center in this beautiful historic campus by providing ideas, encouragement, occasionally some prodding, and most of all by bringing to bear the enthusiasm and dedication of our volunteers and the power of the relationships we have developed and continue to develop throughout the community. Our projects have included not only the restoration and reopening of the Protestant chapel, and I very much encourage you to visit the chapel today. It's open and everyone should see it, but also the designation of the historic areas of the campus as a federally recognized National Historic Landmark, the restoration and continued maintenance of the beautiful grotto and surrounding gardens, and there'll be a dedication there later today, so that they can once again serve as a place of peace, reflection, and healing. and the very exciting, recently announced designation of the Dayton campus as the future home of the National VA Archives, which we hope will lead to the restoration and reuse of the two most historic and currently underused buildings on campus. And finally, the new Defenders of Freedom Walk of Honor Memorial Sidewalk, which will lead to this flagpole, and which I intend to support myself later today by visiting the tent over to our right where memorial bricks can be purchased for that sidewalk. And of course, I can't forget, and certainly not the least of our projects, we bring to you this 12th edition of our Annual Patriot Freedom Festival, which you're about to enjoy. Welcome and thank you.
Are you guys having trouble hearing us back there? Yeah. You are in the back? Sorry about that. Check, 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 Margaret. Is that better? Is it gonna... David, you may have to do that all over again. Nobody could hear you. I'm kidding. Sorry about that. Yeah, when you come up, just kind of eat the mic a little bit. Is that a little better? Yeah. Okay. We'll start the ceremony all over again. Posting of the colors. Oh, wait. How's that? Is that a little better? Now I'm blasting people out. Now you can hear... Cindy, you can hear me in the back. Cindy, how are you? You exhausted yet? Yeah, she's exhausted. Okay, so next up, we're very privileged, I should say, to have a Dayton VA representative here, Jennifer D. Cunningham, who is Chief Nurse for Acute and Specialty Care at the Dayton VA Medical Center. Jennifer, and before you come up, I've always said nurses and teachers are angels on earth. So, with that, you have a lot to fill now. Big shoes to fill after that. Thank you.
Gotta make love to the mic here. Okay. Stay. Stay. It's not gonna stay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to all honored guests, especially women veterans from all services, their family, their friends, their fans, as we are here to honor women in the military. But it really isn't any big surprise to me. For the past 240 years, I feel that women have been essential to the military, whether officially or unofficially. It's hardly breaking news. As far back as the Revolutionary War, there were women that disguised themselves as men in order to serve in the Revolutionary War. As far back as the Battle of Fort Washington, there was a woman, Margaret Corbin, and she was the first woman to receive a military pension. When her husband was killed, she stepped up, manned that cannon solo, and was seriously injured in the process. Congress actually voted her a military disabled pension, and that equated to 1/2 of a soldier's pay, and that was about $13 a month. 1/2 of a soldier's pay, and 1 suit of clothes. This practice of disguising yourself as a man continued through the Civil War and into the turn of the century until the armed forces actually started conducting more thorough physical exams. There has been only one woman to receive in military history to receive the Medal of Honor. That is the military's greatest honor, and that occurred in the 1800s. Dr. Mary Edwards Walker served as a surgeon for the Union forces, and she was kept as a POW with the Confederacy. Her award was actually revoked in 1917, but the armed forces restored her name to the rosters of Medal of Honor recipients in 1977. Throughout U.S. history, women have frequently provided military service as nurses. During the Spanish-American War, over 1,500 women officially served as contract nurses because women weren't allowed to enlist until after World War I. During World War II, 400,000 women enlisted to serve in America, Europe, and across Asia. More than 4,000 of them lost their lives and 88 were captured and held as prisoners of war. In Vietnam, 7,000 American military women served in Southeast Asia. The majority of them were nurses. An Army nurse is the only U.S. military woman to have died in enemy fire in Vietnam. And it was an Air Force flight nurse who died when her C-5 Galaxy transport plane crashed during takeoff. The mission to evacuate Vietnamese orphans. In 2013, the long-standing ban to ban women from direct combat roles was finally lifted, and units, even special forces, started to do the intensive review to figure out how and when women would be included in their ranks. We have come a long way, baby. And so in 1982, I joined the Air Force at the ripe, sweet age of 21. I was straight out of college. By that time, the Air Force Academy had been admitting women for about 6 years. I had a lot of book knowledge, but I knew nothing about life. And I was very scared, as a new nurse, I would be put in charge of something. So I thought, I'll join the Air Force.
I don't know what that means. What's after that? We're going to hold our applause till everybody is recognized. Our early Cold War veteran is Martha Klein. Martha, thank you for being here. Our Vietnam era veteran is Ethel Burns. Thank you for being here. Our Cold War veteran is Catherine I. Beers. Our Gulf War veteran is Jennifer D. Cunningham. Our OEF veteran is Amanda DePietro. Also, Mary Wilcox is an Iraq veteran. Mary. And we are proud to have Army veteran Claudia Mimi Hamlet here. Thank you, Claudia. If we can, let's give a round of applause. How about that? All-stars, ladies and gentlemen, our all-star team.
Go right to the art contest. Or are you speaking? Is that you speaking? Art contest, right? I'm sorry. The script is blowing around up here. Oh, Michael Turner is. Speaking of Michael Turner's here with a special recognition. Michael.
Okay, for our special recognition, we started this last year and we choose.
Yeah, you got it.
We started this last year recognizing a special person for all that they do for us, and Margaret Kruckemeyer has been selected this year, and it's an honor and my privilege to present Margaret Kruckemeyer with this year's Special Recognition Award. Margaret is the past president of AVHC and still serves as a trustee on the board. She's a generous donor to AVHC, its events, and its volunteers. She is a Vietnam era vet, a VA employee, and involved with the Dayton National Cemetery Support Committee. Margaret is a Civil War. Most of us know Margaret as a Civil War nurse who gives bus tours. But many of us count her as a friend and a fellow veteran. Thank you.
Pardon me one second. Speaking of another Energizer bunny, my gosh, if you know Margaret, she wears me out, for crying out loud, just following her around. So Margaret, thank you for everything you do. And the wonderful lunches you brought for our meetings. Margaret would throw Put Kroger in the black for the month, I think, when she would stop by Kroger. Okay, over the past 5 years, the art contest has grown tremendously. And this year, 10 area schools submitted 102 entries. How about that? The theme of the 26th contest was thanking our veterans. Mr. Langston Watrous will assist me in awarding our art contest winners. Sir. Should probably put the glasses back. $2. Dollar store.
Mine is $1.
We were just comparing readers. I'm all proud. $2 at the dollar store. Somebody goes, I got mine for $1. Okay, we're going to start with honorable mention in kindergarten through 3rd grade. You ready to go there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I've got. Yep. Okay. Is it Rosalinda Cola, Cleveland Dayton Public Schools, and teacher Mr. Langston Watrous? No, not here. All right. Sierra Hatfield, Cleveland Dayton Public Schools, teacher again, Mr. Watrous. I can't call you by your first name because you're Mr. Watrous, right? You can't. The kids can't call you that. Haley Hill, Union Elementary, teacher Mrs. Evans. New. Honorable mentions. All right, 3rd place, Sadie Rosales. Here we go, Sadie. All right. Sadie's here. From Ruskin, Dayton Public Schools, teacher Liz Toomey. Congratulations, young lady. She's all dressed up. Oh, here, we're going to get your picture. Here, stand there.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you, young lady. Awesome. You can hang with us if you want. No. You. 2nd place, Franklin Harold, Cleveland Dayton Public Schools, teacher Mr. Watrous. What, you got something in the water over there? What the heck's going on over there? Is Franklin here? Oh, Franklin's here. You got a tie on. Look at my buddy here. Let's give it up for Frank. What's that? Oh, it's just a clip-on, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's okay. Come on up.
Congratulations.
How about MCing next year? Would you like to MC next year? That's the funniest joke of the whole day. It's only a clip-on. We're gonna get you. It's only a clip-on. Whoops! Look at me again with this stuff flying. Franklin, it's kind of like my hair. It's a clip-on too. Okay. Congratulations. Oh gosh, I'll have to steal that line and use it later. 1st place now is, drum roll please, Amelia Garrett, Louise Troy, Dayton Public Schools, teacher Patricia Lewis. Congratulations. Are you in kindergarten or 3rd grade, young lady? Kindergarten. Okay. Thank you, though. That's on. Tell her congratulations. Awesome. Oh, yeah, we're going to get your picture. Wait. Come on up. Did I just photobomb there, Barbara? Have you ever had this much fun with an MC? All right, 4th to 8th grade. Honorable mention is Allie Bosrin. Did I get that right, Allie? Yeah. I did? Kettering Middle School teacher Lindsay Gustafson. Congratulations. That's awesome. Is all that artwork on there?
Some of it is.
Oh, and you guys can see some of the artwork displayed out here. Okay, honorable mention, 4th to 8th grade, Peyton Swallow, Kettering Medical School. Medical school. Maybe you are going to medical school. Maybe you and Clip-On Tie can get together and go to medical school. What the heck is he talking about? Teacher Lindsay Gustafson.
Oh.
Medical school.
Oh.
I haven't had anything to drink in months. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh my gosh, it's not going to be yellow. I think so. Okay, we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to blame the teacher if I'm wrong. 3rd place, Oliver Aaliyah. Kettering Middle School, teacher Lindsay Gustafson. Is Oliver here? No. Accepting is Abe Lincoln. Abe, No, I'm kidding. Congratulations, Oliver. Second place, Austin Dews, Kettering Middle School teacher Lindsay Gustafson. Here's Austin. All right, Austin. You going for your Eagle Scout, or are you an Eagle Scout?
Going for it.
Going for it? Good for you. What do you got? That's tough, isn't it? You got like 10 years to do that, don't you? What do you got?
8. I believe.
8 years?
I believe, probably.
Wow. Good for you. Congrats. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I was talking to you and you didn't take your picture. No, our neighbor, both his boys were Eagle Scouts, so I know it's tough. Congratulations to you, sir. And first place, Haley Franklin, Kettering Middle School teacher Lindsay Gustafson. All right, Haley, awesome. First place. You're all dressed up today. Awesome. That's wonderful. You know, these artists today are going to be tomorrow's like architects and engineers and designers, so we're going to say we knew them when. Okay, 9th to 12th grade, we'll start with honorable mentions. Lamar May, Thurgood Marshall, STEM, Dayton Public Schools, teacher Margaret Wood. Is Lamar here? Is that no? Okay. Third place, Amaya Smith, Thurgood Marshall, STEM, Dayton Public Schools, teacher Margaret Wood. No? Second place, Montana Limehouse, Thurgood Marshall, STEM. Oh, you are? Oh, you're Lamar. Are you Lamar? No, you're not Lamar. Oh, you're Montana. I'm sorry, Montana. Congratulations to you. What grade are you in?
I'm about to be a senior.
About to be a senior. Uh-oh. It's time for life. Goodbye. Out of the cocoon. Goodbye. There we go. Is mom and dad here? Mom or dad? Are you ready for him to get out of the house? Oh, you're not. My daughter's here and I love her to death, but she needs to leave next year. But at any rate, that's a whole nother thing. We don't even want to go there. No, I love him to death. Congratulations, Montana. And first place, Shania Smith, Thurgood Marshall, STEM, Dayton Public Schools, teacher Margaret Wood. No? Well, Montana, thank you for showing up, for crying out loud. No, we know there's a ton of things going on this weekend. Okay, that's it. Thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here today. If I may, before Michael comes up and with the closing remarks, thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. We've been working hard trying to get the word out. We got TV commercials, we got newspaper articles, we got ads everywhere. We appreciate you all being here today. And remember, it's a 2-day event, so if you can spread the word, if maybe your friends or neighbors couldn't make it today, by all means have them come out tomorrow. There's going to be wonderful activities today and food, and you got to get over to the grotto. Do not leave without getting over to the grotto. So enjoy the day, wander around, get Abe Lincoln's autograph. You can get a selfie with Abe, can't you? You can do a selfie? And with Mary? How about that? Couldn't do that in 1863, could you? So again, Jim Booker, enjoy the day. Thank you guys for being here, and God bless. Michael?
Thanks, Jim. Okay, we request the art contest winners, their families, honorees remain here following the retirement of the colors to have their pictures taken. AVHC invites you to stop by the Defenders of Freedom Walk of Honor Memorial Campaign booth to get information on AVHC's latest project, which David talked about. We also want to invite you back in 2017 because it's going to be the 150th anniversary of our campus. Also, the Dayton VA is going to have a kickoff event in January at the Northwest Library. And for more details on that and the other events that they will be having each month, please check online. And AVHC, thanks you again for coming to the 2016 Patriot Freedom Festival, and we appreciate all the veteran service that's out there. And now we may retire. Where'd they go? So now, well, they're not here.
Oops. We'll leave the colors up.
I guess we're leaving the colors. All righty. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, guys. Hey, before you leave, a quick thanks to Bridget Fetterspiel. Bridget, I apologize for doing all the art. You are amazing, so thank you. Let's give it up for Bridget. Teacher, wonderful veteran supporter. Bridget, thank you again. Okay, you are awesome. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the day. And no rain. It's all at Kings Island.